The 5 worst house painters in Jacksonville, Florida. Hello everybody, how are you guys? It's time for another video on the great city of Jacksonville. We're going to talk about services you want to avoid, and then specifically the top 5 worst house painters in Jacksonville. How often have you wanted to repaint your house? Perhaps you've even been advised to by professionals to protect it from the elements, protect it from bugs, protect it from neighbors throwing their full beer cans at your house because you were cranking the AC/DC at 2:30 in the morning. Well, you want a good house painter that knows what they're doing and listens carefully to your desires on colors, a type of paint, the time of day that you're available to allow them to paint. Of course, so all those things come into play, and none of them, I don't think, will be available when you do business with these 5 worst house painters in town. So let's jump right into it. Now, you've got Infiltrate House Painting. Infiltrate. They're run by a bunch of former military dudes, which is great because we appreciate their service. Unfortunately, they have a name that suggests that once you leave them, they're going to infiltrate your house with their skills learned in boot camp there, and they're going to go in there and going to set up a anti-terrorist operation right in your house. You're going to come home. There's going to be a whole computer bank. They're going to have big dishes on your roof listening to spy satellites. And there's going to be strangers living in your basement. So listen, I appreciate their service to our country, but I really don't want to be running part of the anti-spy network. So guys, I'm just gonna have to pass. I don't want to have to do anything with Russian and Soviet bloc style spy versus spy. I'll just have to pass. So the second worst house painter in town is Tummy House Painting, T-U-M-M-Y, Tummy. And the reason they call themselves Tummy is that about halfway through the job, you're going to start getting a stomach ache because nothing is what you order. Now, they do this on purpose because their real goal is to move from house painting into helping people with medical problems, specifically gastrointestinal items. And so what they're doing is practicing on you. They're using you as a practice dummy that they can use as a testimonial to move over into the GI and gastrointestinal fields of medicine. Well, you say, well, that's a pretty big jump from house painting. Well, guys, this is the area of skills, not college degrees. I mean, the college degree, the certification, having that paper is becoming less and less important. What people want are skills, things that you can do right away to help them make money. So if the house painter dudes and dudettes want to move into the GI gastrointestinal world, that's fine. Okay, I don't have a problem with that because skill conversion is going to be a way that you can survive and thrive in this new world of a gig economy and the no-boss economy. But for me, I just don't want to get a stomach ache because you did everything wrong. All right, what I want is a pleasant stomach experience because you did everything right. And for that reason, I'm going to have to pass on Tummy House Painting, guys. It's, whoever came with this idea, I applaud their thinking, their creative thinking, but for me, it's just way too much trouble. All right, number 4 on our list is polysyllable or multi-syllable house painting. And multi-syllable house painting, they only hire people with 37 or more letters in their name. And part of their marketing strategy is that they're going to be so confused, they're just going to call you by the first syllable. All right? So let's say your given name is My Flexodiscus. my flexodiscus, the customer's not going to remember any of that, but they will remember my. They're just going to call you Mr. My or Mrs. My or just My, right? And so that's what they're trying to get to. They want that familiarization. They want them to feel close to their service provider, in this case their house painter. So it's kind of a long way around, and I just feel like, again, why are they making it so hard? Why don't they just call the guy My, call the lady My, and be done with it? Why do you have to confuse me with the Myoflexidiscopolis or whatever it was? Just call yourself My. So when I call you and say, hey, My, how's it going? You can tell me. I mean, come on, man. It's just too complicated. Come on, man. Man, come on. Are you trying, I mean, it's just paint in a god dang house. Why are you trying to make it so complicated? All right? I mean, I'll treat you fairly if you treat me fairly. Don't make me get all confused and everything. Guys, I went to public high school. Come on, man. I went to public high school. You can't be taxing my brain with all this confusion. Come on. I mean, come on. All right. Number five on the worst house painting services in Jacksonville is Cool Kids. The Cool Kids house painters. Look, I get it. They're in college. They're working the summers, working the holidays. Excuse me. Well, hey, great. But look, I wasn't a cool kid. And when your marketing hook is that you were a cool kid and that by me hiring you to paint my house, that all of a sudden I'm a cool kid, guys, I'm 38 years old. I know way better than that because I've been around the horn a little. It's like that one commercial they say, we know some things because we've seen some things, okay? I mean, I've seen some things out there. And you just think your coolness is going to rub off on me and I'm going to throw up a picture of you and me on Instagram and you'll be laughing at me. Well, guys, I've been around the horn, all right? I've been beat up, thrown down, spit out. So you can't hoodwink me with this fake marketing hook. So that's another no. That's a big no on Cool Kids. Cool Kids house painting right there in Jacksonville. Well, guys, there's so many good house painters. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to put pressure on yourself. You don't have to hire these guys and then end up hating yourself. And you didn't want to get into conflict. You're trying. In fact, you're going the other way. You're trying to lead a conflict-free life, right? You're trying to. It's called peace. That's what you want. That's what you were glad when your kids moved out of the house. What did you have finally for the first time in 18, 20, 22 years? Maybe they didn't leave till they were 26 years. You had some peace, some gosh darn quiet. All right? And so that's why Cool Kids house painting doesn't make it for me. Well, listen, if you know some good house painters in Jacksonville, why don't you just leave a message, leave a note, leave a comment on the YouTuber. Leave a comment, leave a tweet on the tweet machine, all right? And when you share your knowledge, the whole community grows together. Talk to you soon.